everybody. I wanted to show you my my new Harbor Freight welder. It's a titanium 200. It's the unlimited model, and I've used this before, but what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to convert it to use a mixture of argon and CO2 instead of the flux core garbage that it comes with. You can see the tank. I just bought the tank. It cost me, I don't know, roughly $200, but I own it and I can refill it all I want. So I'm pretty happy with it. All right, in order to do this task, we're going to need some tools and some equipment. The welder does come with this regulator, which is fairly decent. It's small, but it'll do the job. The welding wire, of course, the special tip pliers, and a 1-inch open-end wrench. Okay, first thing we need to do is pull this plug out of here. Get that ready to go. I like to crack the valve to blow out any dirt. Well, that's been done. And then we're going to attach the regulator. Might have to hold this crazy to get it started here. Okay, got it started. Kind of hard doing this stuff one-handed when you've done this stuff for 50 years two-handed. Next thing we have to do is connect the gas hose. I've already tightened the one there, and it goes up here to where it says gas input. You have to take the cover off. That exposes your fitting. So then we take the other end and connect it to the input. Tighten that sucker down. And we're about ready to start messing with the wire. Okay. All's done. This welder will function on 220 or 110. I don't have 220 here in the Skunk Works. But outside sits my generator. You can see it through the window. I could fire that sucker up and run it off the generator if I want to on 220. But for light metal, I really don't need it. The thing comes with a really nice manual. Tells you how to hook everything up. And when you open it up on the side here, it has a very nice chart that shows you what all the settings are and what they do and so on and so forth. This wire spool here is the spool we're going to be changing. It's currently set up for flux core, and I want to use plain steel wire and argon CO2 mixture, which will give it a much cleaner weld quality. First step is we have to connect the ground clamp to the negative terminal. So we take that off. Unplug the existing connection and put it in there, tighten it up. And next we take the wire feed connector and hook it to the positive cable, positive port I should say. Okay, and that's the extent of what has to be done for the wire connections. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to cut this wire on here. And at the same time, I'm going to have to hold a spool so that it doesn't unwind. So I'm going to pause this thing for a moment. Okay, if you look at the wire spool here, you can see how I cut the wire and bent it over so that it didn't unravel. And we need to take this thing loose here. Just going to put the new spool of wire on there. And in order to get ready for that, they tell you to take this nozzle off here, which I've done, as you can see. And they want you to remove the tip. So I'm going to remove that tip and pause this thing for a second. Another good point at this point, you want to make sure you check the nozzle to make sure it has the same number as your wire that you're going to install. I'm putting in .030 solid steel, and this is the spool. You want to double check that it is indeed 030 or it isn't going to go through the nozzle. So okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick this thing back on and put the tensioner back on there and get ready to start feeding it through the nozzle, or through the tubing, I mean. There's a really nice little chart in here that tells you exactly how to change this wire. You can see there on the inside of the welder. And we have a little tension knob here that we got to back off. Take the tension off the existing piece of wire that's still in there. Now the next thing we got to do is pull it out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of the stinger here, and I'm going to just pull it out manually with the pliers. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause this while I do that task. Okay, so as you can see, the wire's back, put back in there. The tensioner is set between 3 and 4, and I've turned the welder on. Now we're going to feed wire until it comes out the nozzle. You can see it going in. And we want to feed out about 2 inches of wire out the end of the nozzle. Takes a while. This thing doesn't go very fast. There. No, I thought it was coming out. It's hard to judge what you're doing when you're looking through the viewfinder of a camera. Why is this taking forever? Oh, there it is. Oh, there you can see it's already come out. All right, let me snip this off real. Well, I don't have to. Hold on a minute. Let's put the nozzle on it. Let's see if I can hold this with my legs. Here's your tip. Put your tip on here and tighten it up. Put your shield back on. This is the shield that goes over the whole thing. And there you go, it's ready to weld. We're all set. All I gotta do is trim off that chunk of wire, and we'll be all set to start welding. Okay, so there you have it. Everything's put back together, ready to start welding. Do a little quick walk around here. It's really a fine welder, I'll tell you. For Harbor Freight, I can't believe how good it is. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Please subscribe, tell your friends, like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. I still want to get to where I can show you my 30-year-old John Deere that was a relic parked in a farmyard, and my Suzuki Bergman that I restored from a total wreck. You'll see what that looks like and how nice that's going to be. I think I'm going to convert that Suzuki to a trike. So once again, thanks. Please subscribe and have a great day.